Welcome to Around the Peninsula. I'm Army Sergeant Matt Cromer. United States and Republic of Korea Armed Forces demonstrates their capabilities and strong alliance to the civilian populace living in Korea.
The Republic of Korea Army, Air Force, and Navy forces, alongside the U.S. Army, joined forces for the Integrated Firepower exercise. Soldiers from 2nd Combat Aviation Brigade participating in the exercise believe this exercise and others like it will strengthen the U.S. and ROK alliance.
Think of everything that the Korean Army has, and they shoot it all off in about 30 minutes. Getting to be able to see all these things go boom is just amazing. South Korean Army has they have pretty good capabilities. They adapted a lot of stuff from us, and they've also adapted a lot of stuff from the other militaries and brought them all together to make a reasonable force to fight whoever wants to come up against them. The point of this is just to show the Korean public basically that we are capable, this is what we have, and if anything that does arise, that this is what we have to use and this is what we're going to be using force.
The magnitude of this type of exercise is not lost on the soldiers participating.
At first, I wasn't expecting it to be a big deal, and then when we started it just, I could see the hype. And as soon as we started doing the live fire, I realized, oh, this is huge. President's tracking it, both sides, Korean and the U.S. president's tracking what we're doing here, so making a big deal about what we're doing. We're conducting a joint live fire with the ROK Army. Our little piece of the pie is that we're conducting a local support by making sure everything's good to go, checking oils, fluids, road wheels, making sure the gun's ready to go, just going through the track, making sure it's not going to fall apart on us when we're rolling down the range.
U.S. soldiers feel confident that with the ROK Army, they can fight tonight, fight together, and be victorious. Army Sergeant First Class Trey Maris, Nightmare Range, Korea.
ROK Armed Forces host the Integrated Firepower exercise once every 2 years. Every country has traditions. Senior Airman Taylor West takes us to the countryside to learn about Korean traditions that started hundreds of years ago.
The Seoul Gallery, a traditional Korean liquor exhibition, provides foreigners the perfect platform to learn about the unique adult beverages in Korea. This gallery is best known for its presentation of Korean home brewing culture and showcases antique books and traditional literature, as well as tools used to store and consume the brew.
I was really interested in the museum that focuses on classical beverages, and I wanted to promote our tradition to the public. The drinks are meant to be drank in a slow pace, so it gives a little break to the modern people, who are often busy and fast-paced.
These liquors have been a part of Korean culture for many centuries. Over the years, numerous kinds of liquors have been made throughout the peninsula. The gallery keeps guests involved by changing up their selection seasonally, giving those who are interested the chance to always try something new. Senior Airman Taylor West, Pocheon, Korea.
The gallery also provides a free tasting bar along with a gift shop where visitors can buy their own traditional liquor. Moving overseas can lead to confusion and career upheaval for spouses and children. Senior Airman Sydney Manning shows us how Camp Humphreys supports its family members.
Camp Humphreys does its best to provide opportunities for community involvement and employment for its family members in Korea. The yearly Information and Employment Fair, held every September, helps spread the word.
Family Morale, Welfare, and Recreation is out here providing many different opportunities, such as things like the United Club, outdoor recreation, child youth services programs. There's also religious programs, many different advocates and avenues for families to participate while they're here in Korea.
For those looking for employment, the fair has more than 25 vendors to help with anything from resume improvement to actual hiring.
Really, we have a wide range of opportunities for military spouses. It just really depends on what type of work that they're actually looking for. But we have anything from entry level all the way to professional positions, such as counselors and psychologists even at the clinic.
Senior Airman Sydney Manning, Osan Air Base, Korea.
If you missed the fair, you can call the Army Community Service Center for employment questions and MWR for general information about community involvement. Find something you love to do, and you will never have to work a day in your life. Katusa Private First Class Shin Jong-won has a story about a soldier who uses his talent to entertain others.
Sounds of music echo as the 8th Army Band rehearses for an upcoming show. Katusa Corporal Lee Sung-jin fulfills his long-life passion for music while still serving his country as a vocalist. But after work, he plugs in, tunes up his guitar, and creates a whole new sound.
Writing music and singing is the thing that I do because I want to. The biggest part of songwriting comes from my journal. I write lyrics from funny, happy, or surprising moments. Also, letters from friends and past loves are what inspire me.
His love of music combined with his military service allows him to express himself while playing alongside his fellow bandmates.
It's so lucky for me to work in the 8th Army Band. Actually, sometimes it's very busy to prepare for shows, but I'm doing what I love to do. So I think that's the point and feel it makes it all worthwhile.
Katusa Private Shin Jong-won, Yongsan, Korea.
Lee Sung-jin performed a song he wrote and won second place at this year's Katusa U.S. Soldier Friendship Week talent show. Learning is often a rewarding experience, but even classes that students find interesting can benefit from a different perspective.
David Clausen teaches broadcast journalism at the Seoul American High School. On this day's curriculum, he has a guest speaker from AFN.
We have a nice connection with our Seoul American High School and AFN, ongoing now for maybe 8 to 8 years, where we do the Falcon Flash, advertising different school events, clubs, activities to the community. And so our presenters today talked about speaking on radio, writing script for the radio, those kinds of things.
Long-standing partnerships so far prove a successful mentoring tool for a number of reasons.
It's always good to have an outside voice because he's the person in the field, in the know, so he can bring his expertise and his experience with speaking on the radio to the students to give them that real life experience.
The names and faces of both students and guest speakers change each year, but there has been one constant.
And just in general, it's been a great experience working with the different personnel from AFN, because everybody who comes here has been very congenial, very helpful, and when the students go over there to do the recording, even if they come over unannounced, everybody over there has been really good at accommodating them and helping them as they come there. I think it's been a great combination.
Army Sergeant Kevin Spence, Yongsan, Korea.
Yeah, do some kind of marking on your papers.
AFN Yongsong also has interns from the Seoul American High School who learn firsthand about operations at the studio. When terrible situations happen in our nation's history, we should never forget to honor those who sacrificed in that moment. Army Sergeant Puma Perry attended one ceremony where participants celebrated the lives that were lost 14 years ago on 9/11.
September 11th, 2001. It started as a peaceful and joyful morning for most. But when that first plane hit Tower 1, the day turned into a tragedy. The world watched as the Twin Towers fell and innocent lives were lost.
I remember my teacher crying in class and my mom coming and she was crying as well. And she came and picked me up and I was really confused. And it was all over the news and my mom told me about it and finally hit me that we had gotten attacked.
The USAG Daegu Religious Support Office hosted a 9/11 remembrance service for Area 4 service members and their families. During this ceremony, participants had a moment of silence. They prayed, and ceremonial candles were lit and roses were displayed.
The world isn't safe, and sometimes people live in a bubble when they assume that everything is fine and dandy until they wake up and it's not. So it's a remembrance of one day you could be living your life, have you planned, the next day a tragedy hits and everything changes.
It was a terrible tragedy for all Americans, but a time that we were able to come together and rise above that tragedy in the world.
I'm Army Sergeant Puma Perry, Camp Henry, South Korea.
The 9/11 Remembrance Service was held at the Camp Henry Theater to honor and pay tribute to nearly 3,000 lives that were lost on the tragic day. That was your Around the Peninsula for Thursday, September 17th. From all of us at AFN, enjoy your evening.